morning, we're going to talk about inflammatory diets and inflammation in general. And on my website, there is a blog which is titled 7 Simple Changes for a Powerful Anti-Inflammatory Diet. So today is kind of an overview of what about inflammation, and then you can go there to find some more details about the things we should be eating to help our inflammation. So what is inflammation? It's your natural response to injury, infection, or harmful stimuli. So if you imagine if you were to cut yourself, your body goes into a reaction of inflammation. So that like rushing to the scene. It's like firemen and police rushing to a scene to help mend it. And it stimulates all of the tissues around that area. And so therefore blood flow gets there quicker, and therefore healing speeds up. So it's part of the immune system's defense mechanism to involve the release of chemicals and immune cells to protect the body and promote the healing. So that's what it does generally if you do it like on a specific site on the body. But also, what is chronic inflammation? Now, chronic inflammation is something that persists for years. So it causes ongoing exposure to irritants like pollution, autoimmune things like rheumatoid arthritis, or untreated acute inflammation. And what the impact can be of chronic inflammation, which is more of a long-term thing, it can actually cause damage to tissues, organs, and leads to lots of disease really in your body, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, that kind of thing. So, you've got like acute inflammation, which is the one where it's quick, fast done. So you might have that when you've got a virus, for instance, a short-term virus. You get the virus, your body goes there, it causes inflammation, you get some symptoms because of that, and then it heals it quite quickly. But chronic inflammation is something that lots of people are living with, which kind of even probably don't even realize. So how does menopause affect inflammation of the body? So firstly, because of declining estrogen levels, it increases inflammation because estrogen has anti-inflammatory properties. So because we're declining in that hormone, this can lead us to more risk of inflammation in the body. And not just acute, but more chronic. Also, as we age, your immune system becomes less efficient and leads to higher chronic inflammation. So as we age, we get slower at healing. We get slower at sort of repairing and rebuilding of the tissues in the body, and etc. So that can also cause that. Often menopause comes along with weight gain around the middle, and that is a big sign that we can be more inflamed. And stress, also mental and physical, can also contribute to inflammation. So those things, that means that we're much more at risk of inflammation and that we need to be more aware of it. So what can we do to reduce inflammation? Food, obviously choosing the right foods, managing our stress, looking and making sure that we manage our weight if we can, getting rid of that belly fat as we always want to. Looking at pollutants and toxins. Now, this is really interesting when I'm diving into this research, is many people now, I don't know if any of my ladies, I'm not sure actually, those people that use a lot of pollutants on their bodies. So for instance, people with breast implants are much higher risk of inflammation. And there's a big movement in the US now, when women get to sort of menopausal years, they're having their breast implants taken out because it's causing chronic inflammation in their bodies. And it's really stimulating other areas of disease and things in their bodies. This is really interesting, isn't it? But, there's lots of levels of this pollutant toxin thing that we can go to. If you think of the things that we put on our bodies, our body creams, our facial stuff, our makeup, hair dye, nail varnish, body lotion, Suntan lotion. Suntan lotion has so many chemicals in it. I mean, obviously, we want to be protected from the sun, but it might be something if you're putting it on a lot. What is it in that stuff? Because it will go through your skin and it will go into your body system. So I've had a massive overhaul on all of my stuff, the products I use. And recently I've started using deodorant that is even toxin free as well, which can be hard. It's been difficult to find the right one, but the one I use is called Fussy, and it actually works like a probiotic on your bacteria of your armpits, if you like. And I've had no complaints so far. It's a really good, easy to use product. It's in Tesco's. There's also another one called Wild, which does a similar thing. But these are things, if you're putting something on your body every single day and we don't know what's in it and it's got loads of chemicals in it, it's potentially can be damaging. So check that. Obviously, we've got pollutants and toxins in foods. We talk a lot about that anyway. But the environmental toxins as well, were difficult to get away from that because obviously it's in the world. But you can choose what to put on your skin. Toothpaste at the moment, I haven't found a successful one. So that's my last thing now. I use all Tropic makeup, which is completely toxin free. I use Beauty Temple for Body Temple, Beauty Temple, Temple Spa, that's it. Temple Spa products for my facial products and also Tropic. Again, totally toxic free. And also you use shampoos that are toxic free. The only thing for me when I look through the list is the toothpaste and the hair dye. Although it's an Aveda product, it still does have some chemicals in it, but they're less than normal. So yeah, interesting. How much should I just let the hair go natural? That's the there we go. And exercise can also help if you make sure you exercise. So checking in with exercise, regular movement in nature is where we're at. So it's all very similar to all of the other things we always look at. So here's a picture of five foods to add and reduce for an anti-inflammatory diet. So adding in oily fish, so it's omega-3 fats that we want. So you've got your oily fish, you've got berries, which is antioxidants, fabulous antioxidants that ward against inflammation in the body. You've got leafy greens, nuts and seeds, and olive oil, but anything like olives or avocados, all the fresh things we always talk about. Anyway, and then here's some foods that can make you more inflamed, which are obvious again: sugary drinks, processed foods, refined carbs, so white carbohydrates, excessive alcohol, red and processed meats. So I think we know all of these things already, but it is worth just recapping on this stuff all the time so that we start to really focus on working towards moving our diets into this way, but also managing stress, exercising, and also this pollutant part is quite interesting. So you're at more risk of inflammatory disease. So for me, I've got arthritis, osteoarthritis in my knees, particularly, also my fingers. But I noticed that if I drink more sugary drinks, have alcohol, eat badly, my body does feel much more inflamed, much more sort of swollen, if you like. So just be aware of that for yourself. As we age, this is a natural thing that's going to happen anyway. So we need more help than we can so that we have a full and healthy life.